I'm not a candidate.
You want me to work that
for you? As my kids would say, that's my jam.
I'm Vivek Ramaswamy, and I approve this message. The mainstream media is trying to rig the Iowa GOP caucus in favor of the corporate candidates who they can control. Don't fall for their trick. They don't want you to hear from me about the truth of what really happened on January 6th, the truth about the COVID origin, the Hunter Biden laptop story, and everything else they have lied to you about. So you can fix that. Take your remote and turn this off.
Ramaswamy is not happy with the fact that he is being excluded from the next CNN debate, which I believe is happening tonight as of when we're recording this. So he didn't meet the qualifications, and all of these debates always have qualifications. It's not just like anybody can go there that wants to. You have to poll past a certain point, and usually as the race goes on, those thresholds get higher. In this particular case, you had to have some of a set number of pollsters, over 10% registering basically, and he didn't. He didn't, and it's not really a mystery why he didn't. He's never done particularly well as a candidate in this race. He has, over the past couple of months, more and more embraced wild conspiracy theories that he saw as a way to make him stand out, but obviously is not gaining him a significant following inside of the GOP primary. So because he's not allowed on the debate stage, it's just going to be Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley. He wants everyone to turn it off. I don't know how that's gonna help him in the caucuses. I think it's funny, by the way, that he's asking people to not tune in the form of a TV commercial when he had recently, this 15 days ago, he tweeted that he wasn't doing any TV ad spending, saying presidential TV ad spending is idiotic, low return on investment, and a trick that political consultants use to bamboozle candidates who suffer from low IQ. We're doing it differently for the next 15 days. And then immediately he's back to doing the idiotic spending, demonstrating that in his own words, he has a low IQ. Sharon, it doesn't seem as if the campaign is going well for him. Earlier this week, there were some reports of staffers for the Ramaswamy campaign are applying for jobs elsewhere. It doesn't seem like he's gonna last long. What do you think? What do you think about this strategy of trying to get people to tune out of the debates?
It seems silly, but maybe the joke's on all of us, including those staffers who are leaving. I mean, he has Jake Paul now stumping for him. So things could turn around. I think this is lunacy. It's actually lunacy, and the guy is a walking contradiction. We won't miss him on the debate stage. Frankly, the debate, and I'm in a very cynical mood, and I don't know if you're picking up on it, but the debate is not gonna be worth watching anyway, because no one's going to say anything about how they differ from Donald Trump, except, I just think it's time to move on and let him deal with how many indictments is it now? But Vivek is just all over the place. And I think that he will stay in like one of those little fruit flies that you can't get rid of. Even when you buy all these concoctions, you cannot get rid of these fruit flies. That's him. So he'll be back and he will reinvent himself again and again and again. And he's not going away. He's been sent here to annoy all of us. And it's not going to end.
Well, it could end. I believe that the solution is sugar water with a little bit of dish detergent.
Tried it. I'm telling you.
No, didn't work.
They start to drink it up. They love it. Okay.
It's stronger.
They just multiply. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if there were two Viveks?
Apologies. And honestly, I don't know what the political equivalent of that would be anyway. No, but here is, so I think his campaign in terms of being an avenue for him to actually become president, it was never really that. And it's certainly not that now. But I will grant you that I think there is one reason why he could stay in. Because, and I think this is an example of it, his candidacy is a way to raise and spend money to benefit Donald Trump. Because think about this, he's saying, don't watch that debate because I'm not in it. Yeah, but also don't watch that debate because the two biggest challenges to Donald Trump are in it. Don't see Nikki Haley as she's rising in the polls in a couple of states against him. I'm not saying that is the reason he's doing it, but it is a convenient sort of crossover, a convenient side effect for a guy whose candidacy from the very beginning has been super deferential to Donald Trump, super complimentary of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is talking already about, back in the holidays, about how he expects Ramaswamy is going to endorse him, and that is 100% gonna happen. So this is sort of like contributions in kind to the Trump campaign under he's cosplaying that he's a presidential candidate, but really this is helping Donald Trump more than it could help him because he has no chance. So anyway, I don't know if he's gonna stick around. I wanna close with a question for you. What do you think that his candidacy will be remembered for, if anything?
Grinning. I mean, and his hair is nice, maybe.
Yeah,
I think he grins a lot and is like just obnoxious. I think that's really all it'll be about, just being kind of smarmy. And God, you got me thinking again about what she said about, I think I'm gonna take it and run. I'm gonna take the hand off and run. I think they're in coordination now. Trump campaign, and they probably have been for some time. You're so smart. And he's been the worst to Nikki Haley when he was on that debate stage. Only Chris Christie interrupted him a couple times, but it was Nikki Haley who she looked at him like, how low can you go? And he went even lower than that. So I think he'll be remembered for being, well, the grin, the trademark grin, the obnoxious personality. But you just have me all messed up now thinking about this coordinated attack on behalf. Is he gonna pick him as his running mate, do you think?
I doubt it. I think maybe like a campaign position, a cabinet position would be more likely. It's possible. I still think Haley, Lake, Green are my 3 front runners. But yeah, I think, look, having someone like this that can just take up a few percentage points of the non-Trump vote that would otherwise go to a Haley or a DeSantis, like the idea that they're in cahoots, I don't think is that crazy. And we'll see how he acts later on during this campaign. And not just him, also, I think Nikki Haley, like, we'll see if she ends up being his VP or something.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.